What are some good things that have happened since the show started filming for you?
And here we are now, like these 3 seasons later, I feel like I've like opened my heart to like real love. I got married. We moved into a house together. Like just all these things that you know I I got so used to not expecting in my life and not even really hoping for it, just thinking it was impossible. I had I think low expectations of what life has to offer. And I'd see other people have these wonderful things. I'm like, well, that's for them and not for me. I'm just like, I have bad luck or something. Um, and I'm just, I feel grateful to be able to live a life that is less stressful in many ways, and of course more stressful in other ways. And um, I think the biggest thing for me though is like my faith has changed. My faith in humanity, my faith in God has dramatically changed. I was so used to things not going well, and I have realized that like in some of those darker and sadder places, God was still with me and using that, like almost I had to go through some of that in order to even understand this role.
Any advice to any young ones? How did you know that your spouse was the one? And for anybody who's searching, I don't know if this person is the one or whatever, what was it that when did you know and how did you know and what advice would you give to them?
When you know, and there's no getting around it. I have tried to make other relationships work and really struggled within them and would like look past certain things and even change myself in order to like fit in with what they wanted. And it was so relationships were so much work to the point where I'm like, I'm cursed. Like I can't do this well. I would get my heart broken constantly when I was younger. And then I kind of closed off my heart. And when I dated, it was really for all the wrong reasons. And and when I met my husband, there was like my heart opened again, and I was like, I feel something new. It's like love, and we were friends for a long time. We were just friends for some time, and really kind of tried to even avoid each other at moments where we're like, well, this is not a convenient relationship to start for either one of us. And I don't know what to say. Like I had so many dreams about him, which I know can be very misleading for some people in some scenarios, but I had so many really sweet and meaningful dreams of like pointing me like, this is the one. This man really actually loves you and wants what's best for you. And even if that means not being together, like that's real love. And so it just took some time for us to really admit that to each other. And you make hard decisions sometimes to be together, but once you are, it like everything fits, everything's right, everything's easy after that. So I would say when you meet the right person, I think you do know. And you can try to ignore that and it will keep kind of returning to you and like there's no running from it. You know what I mean? There's just like it's meant to be.
Oh, I absolutely agree. From talking to a bunch of people who have been married and stuff, and they all give you the advice of you will know when you know. And it's a thing. Like I really believe that. And what you said about dreams, there also have been plenty of people who have said, no, the Lord gave me a dream. And we've heard people say, is it from the Lord or is it in your own head? And they said, how will you know if the Lord is speaking to you? When it comes true in real life, then you know it was the Lord. So you are in Spain. Okay, so I first saw that on your Instagram and I was wondering, is she in Spain? Is she not? Okay, so how did you end up there? When did you move? Tell us about that.
I've been here for 5.5 years, and I was here for 2 of those years when I got the audition for Tamar and yeah, and The Chosen. And I can't. There's usually two reasons why people end up in another country on the other side of the world. And it's usually work or love. And mine was love. And so I met my husband, my now husband. I met him in Dallas, and then when his visa was up, he had to go back to Spain. And he said, "Amber, no puedo vivir sin ti." which for people who don't speak Spanish means I cannot live without you. And I'm not quite sure what you can say to that when the love of your life tells you this. And so I made the move, which was a big leap of faith, and which is a huge struggle for me at that time. That little step, well, a huge step of faith, changed the entire trajectory of my life.
And you live in one of the most beautiful countries in the world. Okay, speaking of your love life, how did you and your husband meet, and how did you know that he was the one?
He thought he was going to woo me with the accent. I'm going to tell you that first. Did not work on me, the accent, but, um, but it was really cute. He'd say my name, he's like, Amber. And I was like, qué romántico, romantic. No, but we met at like this little kind of adventure center called Main Event in Dallas. Thanks for asking. Not many people ask me about that. And he came in like 45 minutes late. So I was already like, okay, this date is over before it started. He'd already been written off. But he was so charming and so cute and so sweet. And we ended up, he talked me into staying, and we played a game of bowling. And he's like, well, if I win, I get to kiss you. And I was like, I have 6 brothers. You're not gonna, that doesn't work with me. I'm not gonna let you win. And he said, what if you win? I said, well, if I win, you get another chance to try. And so I was kicking his butt the whole time. And the last frame, which I know was a divine intervention, the last frame, he rolled straight strikes, 3 straight strikes, and ended up beating me by 3 points. And that's all she wrote. And here I am, 8 years later, celebrating our 8 years and 1 year anniversary of marriage. um, yeah, it's been a really beautiful experience with him, and he's been such a great supporter, and he's a fan of the show as well. Like he bugs me about when the next episode's coming out. And I'm like, I can't tell you, I don't know.